As much as I wanted to get down to the waterfall today, I still have about 1.5 miles to go, but it started raining really hard. So I want to share with you what I've done in the past 2 to 3 weeks. I've been kind of MIA, mainly to take some PTO and get some rest and enjoy being a homebody.
쉬게 좀 1분만 쉬세요.
And I also needed to take a minute to catch my breath and rest. I took 6 days of PTO in early June. I had filed it 2 months prior so that I could stay home while I got my second chemical peel. And here I am enjoying sushi delivery from my local favorite spot. I've been really good and saving money. I hadn't dined out or ordered any kind of delivery for over a month. So this was my time to treat myself and just indulge in my favorites. You know, it felt really good to be able to wake up and not have to feel obligated to something else, but only to myself. It's been a long time. And by staying home, this was the reason why. And I cooked a lot of simple meals at home that I otherwise wouldn't have the time or energy to make for myself while I'm working. You know, on days that I'm quiet quitting, I work about 8 to 9 hours straight, seldomly not taking much break. So I really took my time to cook myself my favorite, like kimchi jjigae here, without any kind of meat. I'm not a meat eater, so with mushrooms and tofu was really delicious, and paired it with omurice that I made at home. And something simple like this really just warms the soul. Something about being able to live at your own pace without external factors or pressure telling you to move, 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 and go, go, go. It just felt really nice to be able to only be accountable for myself and to myself. I find that so many of us give away 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours of our lives every day to help another person or entity to become richer, more abundant, and help them achieve their dreams, while we waste away. And the best thing that we can do is like little moments like these, me taking my time to set a table properly and enjoy my meal without having to take it back to my desk and scarf it down in 2 minutes. Believe it or not, it was actually a monumental task to be able to actually sit down at the table, take care of house chores without having to feel the urge and the need to check my phone to see if I had missed any messages or I have any fires to put out. This was probably by day 3 when I actually felt like I could actually pay attention to my household needs. Alright, so I put on some makeup, tons of sunscreen, and I'm going to upgrade my phone. I have my 12 mini that I've had now for like 3 years, so I got a free upgrade to the 14 Pro, and I'm going to pick it up. It's about 25 miles away in Oregon, so hey, day trip. Alright, so glad that I didn't have to face any people because my face is peeling. I already got some strange looks from people wondering probably what's wrong with my face, but in any case, got my new phone. I'm gonna head back now. It's gonna be another about 30-minute drive. I don't know what I touched, but like there's weird weird gauge on my camera. I can't figure it out. When I'm home, I wash my face, erase my makeup, and reapply the post-treatment cream and SPF. I am sitting on the fence about setting up my new phone here, but I'm super excited because my 12 mini was starting to, the battery was draining really fast. I have too many apps, but it's also my work phone, meaning like I have my work VPN and security stuff on it, so I think it drained my battery a lot, and I needed more room, and I just wanted a better camera as well, because I want a backup camera to the one I'm using, and I think I'll use the 14 Max. This is the 14 Max Pro. Sorry, not Max Pro. Yeah. Okay. Probably should go on my work computer if I want before I actually set this up, because I need to download the instructions to install like the security, what do you call it? Authentication apps that I'll need to log into my workstation. Joy. I actually had to fight the urge to take care of setting up my phone right then and there with getting all my work-related apps installed and working. It's something I put off later in the evening, and it would end up taking me 90 minutes. Instead, I took my sweet time to make ramen with a dashi broth, scallions, and an egg. It's so unfortunate how badly I am trained in living, and yet so well trained in dropping everything to tend to work needs. I truly hope we experience in our lifetime a cultural shift of the scale that prioritizes our lives, our real lives. Work is not living, but it squanders time away from our own existence. Work, as we know, is also a modern marvel. It never existed the way it does nowadays. A man-made mechanism to restrict every person's potential with a narrow definition of success. In my opinion, it's devoid of meaning in the grand scheme of everything. I think my attitude towards work would be different if work didn't dominate the course of our lives as it does. If we were given the time and space to have 8 to 9 hours of our wakeful hours for personal needs and maybe 4 to 5 hours to work, I would probably have a better attitude about work. Heck, if we were just told to work 4 to 5 hours per day, that's probably equivalent to that productivity output of somebody from the 1950s and 60s and 70s. I think we're owed that. The problem is that people push other people off the productivity cliff. We have too many people with bad faith and bad intentions that keep this machination going endlessly. No neighborliness, no desire for each other's well-being, but only for their own gain and to get ahead. I'm amazed that people don't tire of it. I know I'm tired of it. I confess this particular sense of urgency to figure out my unique path is driven largely in part by my unhealthy workplace right now. I have zero tolerance for psychologically unsafe workspaces, but I'm afraid. I don't know what, and I don't have a path to mid to long-term options. There is a short-term option though. Last month was so difficult, my mind went to very dark places. The extreme anxiety and stress had me in a fog. I still have fog here and there. Like I saw no way forward with my life. I had to take advantage of my work's mental health services, and the counselors helped me feel validated in what I'm experiencing. And I do have the option of taking short-term disability for mental health as an immediate possible solution. What's stopping me is my immense sense of duty, obligation, and guilt. I can't get over these emotions to get the help that I need. I think what's also stopping me is the fact that my boss will be very judgmental if I take this leave. This person is already very judgmental as it is. I can't imagine how negatively they'll judge me when I come back. So I'm plagued by these thoughts. So something I signed up for recently is taking art classes every Saturday. I did a makeup class on Thursday, and I have to head out now, so I gotta change. So I finally permitted myself to take on some hobbies and interests that I had put on the back burner, put in the basement of my mind to focus on my career. And it's one way that I can keep a check on my mental health. So during my PTO, I allowed myself to order takeout, or actually delivery one more time. My face had just finished peeling, so it was too sensitive to be exposed to UV light directly. I still had to be indoors mostly. And I tried to vlog, but was not successful. But I was just talking gibberish about work. You can get the gist of me checking on my cat and just enjoying my meal And that's what it was about. What's really interesting about this and different is the fact that I'm actually dining at my table, at my dining table for the second time in many, many months. And that's how it is, Monday through Friday, is that in between meetings, if I have a 10 to 15 minute break, I will rush into the kitchen to whip up really something quickly, usually ramen. If ramen takes too long, then I just put together some yogurt and granola, and that will be my meal. I'm not proud of that. I don't think that's okay. But, I happen to work in a work culture, and my boss kind of embodies this. She does it a lot, eating during meetings while she's running it, or, and also giving off this vibe like there's a sense of pride and validation that they're so important and in demand that they have no time to eat. And I think that's kind of gross. I'm not okay with that. And I think people should be given ample time to be able to step away from their desks, from their computer screens, to actually savor the meal that they're consuming. So, all in all, the way I was able to kind of connect back to myself and be more grounded is to play with my cat and tend to the rescue cat, in addition to syncing up with a new friend that I made and going on a hike. I went on a couple hikes.